Our guests today are two individuals. We have had one before. One is no stranger to us, but the other one is a guest. And the first one is Vanetta Martin, and she and also Nicole George. They belong to the women's sorority, a business sorority. And it's very interesting to see the kind of work that they do. But first, let me let them introduce themselves. Nicole, start with you. What do you do, and that sort of thing.
Oh, thank you for having me, Mr. Martin. My name is Nicole George, as you did mention. I am a member of the Gamma chapter of Iota Phi Lambda Sorority Incorporated, and I'm currently the Eastern Region Treasurer. I've been serving for the past 4 years as the Treasurer for the Eastern Region. And I've been a member of Iota Phi Lambda for 10 years now. And my regular profession, I'm a budget analyst for a transit agency here in Washington, D.C.
Lord Caribbeana needs to hire you.
And
And you, Vanetta.
Well, as you mentioned, and thank you again for having us, I am Vanetta Martin of Gamma Chapter, the third chapter of Iota Phi Lambda Sorority Incorporated here in Washington, D.C. I'm currently the chapter president, the 35th chapter president for Gamma. I've been in this organization for 20 dedicated years.
Wow.
Very
yes.
proud of that and happy to serve. And professionally, I work with the state of Maryland government, their Office of Technology and Human Services as an assistant director of IT applications.
All right. Wow. I see the iotas and the gammas and so forth. I mean, what type of organization is this?
Well, Iota Phi Lambda, it's a business and professional Greek lettered organization. We're a 501c nonprofit organization, and we're just formed as a sisterhood that serves the community. We are the first African American Greek lettered business organization in the United States. And so, our national umbrella organization, we have chapters throughout the United States as well as the US Virgin Islands.
Oh, wow. And how long has the organization been in existence, Vanetta?
Well, nationally, we've been in existence for 95 years, since June 1st, 1929. We were established, or rather founded, by Ms. Lola Mercedes Parker of Chicago, Illinois. She was a Christian woman who valued education in a time like 1929, which is kind of similar to some of the economic, social, civil events that we're going through today. She just sought change, and she reached out to six of her friends
Uh-huh.
to organize Iota Phi Lambda in Chicago, Illinois. Locally, Gamma Chapter, however, again, being the third chapter in the organization, we are 93 years old this year, since
Wow.
April 28th, 1931. So we're very happy to be serving Washington, D.C.
Right, right,
Yes,
right.
yes.
No. Is there a vision? What's your vision? Mission and vision. I mean, I know they may be two separate things. Uh,
Right. Well, right now, our mission really is to unite in sisterhood, bring together qualified business and professional women in order to enhance and improve our programs that we carry throughout the year. We
wow.
also like to promote interest in a broad field of business education among high school students, college young women, anything planned throughout our programs and scholarships.
Wow. Now, uh, how many chapters are there in the DC area? Are they separated, or, surrounding areas, Maryland, DC?
Yep,
Yes,
they
so,
are. Oh,
mhm.
go ahead. Did you want to go
Well,
next?
currently in our the DC, Maryland, and Virginia, Northern Virginia area, we have about 5 chapters in this area. We have two, actually, two in the state of Maryland, I'm sorry, correction, 3 in the state of Maryland, and we have 2 in the District of Columbia.
Hmm.
And I wanted to add to that, in the District of Columbia, are two chapters. One is a graduate level and
Mm.
one is an undergraduate level at Howard University.
That's correct.
Yep, and so they had a resurgence back in 2018 on the campus of Howard University. There was an earlier chapter, historically speaking. So we've been around serving in DC and in the United States for a very long time.
Right.
Yes.
So what are some of the current programs and projects that you all are involved in? Anyone?
Well, some of our programs, well, we have five standing programs. The first one is American Education Week. That is normally celebrated in the month of November. And that brings together, we support teachers and to help celebrate the American public education. Then we have our Black History Month. Of course, that is in the month of February. And that program is designed to encourage youth and adults to just understand issues faced by African Americans. So we share a lot of Black history programs and recognize African Americans who have made a significant impact in the world. Another program we have is Business Month. Now, this is our signature program. It's our capstone programs. It occurs in the month of April, and we focus on efforts to stimulate interest in business education. And our fifth program is Founders Day. This is the day we celebrate annually, the first day of the month of June, the founding and the founders of our organization.
Right. That's
And I just want to add, Mr. Martin, locally, we do also work on projects, and those projects allow us to bleed into our target audiences, which are oftentimes young adults, youth, business and professional women. So we have for young adults who may be in situations, a program called Toys You Can't Return. That's for teen pregnancy prevention to help educate our youth about anything related to pregnancy prevention and giving them alternative programming focused on career development, professional development, things of that nature. But then we also have the other side of IOTA Mothers Assistance Program, and that allows us to deal with teenage mothers, right? For whatever circumstance, they may have become a young teenage mother, and we're providing them the service of understanding there's an alternative to continuing life being a new mother and their maternal health as well.
right.
And then also our Youth Future IOTA Leaders Program. That's where we infuse a lot of the principles about starting a business, entrepreneurship, money management at a young age, which is very much so needed. So those are a lot of our projects.
Right. Now, you all being a women's organization, are there any interaction with men, or can a man join your organization? Or give me a sense of that.
Well, we serve a variety of audiences, but to answer your question specifically, yes, we have auxiliary clubs. So those are or subgroups of our organization. So we serve the men that are members to the women, where it could be spouse, significant other, male family member, son, or cousin. So those men will get together and they do their own, projects, which could be community service or just anything to assist the women in the organization. And that's how they serve us.
Right. So, and it's under your banner, the IOTA banner.
Yes.
Yes.
It's under and also where we have males serving is our future IOTA leaders. So the youth element. So we're catching them at the youthful phase of their life, all the way into, adulthood as one of our members,
Right. What kind of events are coming up, for the rest of the year?
Okay, so next month is our April. So again, that's our capstone. That's our signature project where we're going to have business opportunities, whether it could be webinars or in-person meetings, just teaching about just anything business or entrepreneurial aspect.
Yeah.
Gamma chapter specifically will be having an educational program through a platform we use called GAMMATalks, where we can educate the community on how to start a business, network, and evolve their career. So
Right.
you can check us out on Facebook. You can follow us on social media, which is IPL Gamma Chapter.
Right. Right. No, that's great. That's great.
And I wanted to add also, in addition to the educational piece, we also like to have fun. As business and professional women, we do work hard for our community and we do work hard for our organization. So Gamma Chapter has a signature that had been postponed till the fall of 2024, and it's called The Power of She Emerald Sneaker Ball. And we'll be highlighting local DC business women educators, as well as celebrating our membership successes and just,
Right.
letting our
Right.
hair down
Right.
with our community partners.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
I
Eh,
wouldn't be remiss, as a part of our programming, we rely on partnerships because our local theme is back to basics for Gamma greatness. And the greatness depends upon our involvement with the community. And as of late, in April, we'll also be doing programming with a national and global organization called the National Foundation for Teaching Entrepreneurship, in
Right.
short, NIFTY. So some of our members, we're going to be volunteering with NIFTY. Bless you, Mr. Barton.
Thanks.
We're going to be
Yeah.
volunteering with NIFTY as judges for their virtual um, pitch program, business pitch programs where students will have a business idea and they will pitch it and we will coach them. We'll also be going into the District of Columbia at some of the local schools that NIFTY has support or is supported in their network.
Right.
And we'll be volunteering there as well in person, doing
Okay.
advice and counseling.
So you seem to be a very active and wonderful organization. Um,
Mhm.
if who can get involved in it? How would they get in touch, get involved in IOTA?
Well, if any young woman would be interested in joining Iota Phi Lambda sorority, you can first visit us at IOTA, that's IOTA 1929.org, or you can also visit IOTA, IOTA hyphen GAMMADC.org. Or you
Right,
can send us an email at our president at iota hyphen gammadc.org. And
right,
so,
right.
and one other thing I'd like to share, Mr. Martin, that what's coming up in the month of May, we'll be celebrating our 87th conference, our annual conference. And this year, we will be visiting the United States Virgin Islands. So the conference will be hosted there in the U.S. Virgin Islands in the Caribbean.
All
Yeah,
right, all right.
yeah,
Next time you got to visit Trinidad.
yeah. Well,
We
we
have
got
to
to
work
build a
on that.
chapter, right? We got to build the chapter out there, which I
Yes.
was supposed to.
Yeah.
But I
Finally,
wanted to,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I wanted to add on to that, that awareness about how we operate as a national organization with 5 different regions and the various chapters. Our regional conference is coming up. One of the main components of the conference is a national campaign that we have with the National Council for Negro Women called Good Health Wins. And right now, that is a national health and wellness campaign to each chapter is charged with getting out into their community and promoting the concept of health and wellness through vaccinations and medical prevention and just being more aware of your health, especially in this post-COVID-19 pandemic
Right, right,
climate.
right,
So we're
right,
very happy Gamma won a grant from our national project manager and team. We won a grant to promote the campaign locally. We did a YouTube video advertising how to do vaccinations. We can share that with Caribbeana and its community
right,
here in DC, and just making sure they're aware of the resources in DC via the District of Columbia government. DC
right, right.
Health Department and other agencies that support the awareness of vaccination and health.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Well, as we conclude, I wanted to ask you to tell the audience, what you believe is Iota Gamma's true impact today, 93 years after.
Well, I truly believe our total impact is empowerment, empowering women and education, just educating and what the importance of business and entrepreneurship. So I think we've been very impactful of empowerment and education.
Right, right, right. Eh,
Wonderfully said. I ditto everything my sister Nicole George has mentioned.
right, right.
Would also say the impact is also fiscally, economically. Becoming a member, it allows a woman to be connected to a network of not just like-minded women, but of diverse women, of
Yeah.
diverse careers, industries that help you to really recognize, hey, I may be here today, but I want to move forward into a different industry. And there are all these other women in this network of Iota Phi Lambda Sorority Incorporated in the 5 regions, and
Mhm.
especially in our region of the East, that can help mitigate a woman's path in her empowerment to know if she wants to stay in a career or if she wants to
Mhm.
move into being her own business owner. So I
Yes.
think that's one of the opportunities, as well as the amount of money that we give in scholarship. We're
Mhm.
still in a national campaign. I won't speak for nationals. Our national president, Miss Charlotte D. Berry, our 24th national president, are always counting and assessing how much money the organization has given over 95 years to institutions, to individuals throughout the United States. It's
Yes.
priceless and it's countless. So we're very proud of that impact.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for chatting with us this evening. Huh? Nicole George, Treasurer, and Vanessa Martin, President of the Iota Phi Lambda Sorority Incorporated. This is Von Martin. Caribbeana continues.
Gamma chapter.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
All
you.
right, okay.